Well, welcome to our next video on how to write a text response essay, and this time it's on the novel Wonder that we've been studying this term in Year 7 English. Now, it's very similar to our first video that we did for Paper Planes essay. However, we're just going to ritualise some of the techniques and skills that you learn, and also expose you to a bit of the language and maybe even extend you hopefully a bit in this presentation. So again, the essay has that familiar structure of an introduction, 3 body paragraphs and a conclusion. First things first is the topic, what we sometimes call the topic, the question, but really we should be calling it the prompt. What is the prompt? And here it is here. This is the one we will all be following in Year 7. How is the idea of empathy demonstrated in the novel Wonder? Discuss using one or more characters as an example. So this means, what does Palacio show? In what ways, I beg your pardon, does R.J. Palacio show the concept of putting yourself in another person's position? Which characters? What do they do? What do they say? What are their actions and words are used to show this? So which characters does the author use to show empathy, particularly towards August? Now we have our prompt. We really need to break it down and work out what it's trying to say and what's asking of us. So it's really important that we look at the key words. So you select which of these words are the key words, particularly empathy, demonstrated, discuss, etc. Pop those words down here, and then what are the dictionary definitions of those words, and what are synonyms, words that mean the same, to help us fully understand. So you need to highlight those key words and look them up. And here is an example of deconstructing the prompt that the author of this PowerPoint actually did for us. So here we go. How? What does that mean? Well, what does the author do? How is the idea, the thought or suggestion of empathy? Now this is the key one, ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. How is it demonstrated? What evidence is shown? And in our case, we're looking for quotes, we're looking for actions, so words of the characters and actions of the characters that demonstrate their empathy in the novel Wonder. And you need to discuss and write about it using one or more characters. So it may be up to you whether you use one character or more than one character. So using the synonyms, here is the prompt written in another way. In what ways does R.J. Palacio show the concept of putting yourself in another person's position? Which characters, what do they do or say, are used to show this to the reader? So once you've worked out exactly what the topic is asking you to do, make a list of all of your ideas, quotes, opinions, evidence. So you might choose 3 characters for your 1, 2, 3 body paragraphs. You may say Summer, Miranda, Jack, just for an example. And you say, okay, Summer, she showed empathy, but I need to prove that. I can't just say that she showed empathy. How? When? So any actions of Summer, any words of Summer that somebody used, whether towards August, towards someone else, what sort of things did she say and do that showed her empathy, and then explain how they showed her empathy. And you do that for all 3 of your characters for your body paragraphs. So you need to have your contention, constructing your contention, which is which approach are you going to take. And in most cases, we are all going to agree with the prompt and say that yes, the characters did show empathy towards August. So by providing many different characters' perspectives on August, Palacio illustrates empathy. That's the angle that this particular PowerPoint takes. Again, we're going to use our essay planning sheet, our writing sheet, to really structure our writing so that we can follow those steps very, very closely that we've been taught. And your introduction, again, like with the paper planes, title, author, a brief summary of the key character and maybe key message of the book, contention, which we just saw a moment ago, and your 3 arguments that you are going to use to justify your contention. So here is how the introduction looks. So we have our author and the title, and a little bit about the story. So explores August's journey as he enters school for the first time and how he and his family and friends cope with the year of transition. Now here is your contention. And you're saying that Palacio, the author, clearly shows how empathy is shown towards August by many characters' words and actions in their separately narrated chapters. And we do know that each character, or many of the characters, have their own chapters, and you'll be able to delve into those chapters to find the evidence. So here are the 3 points. The characters which show empathy towards August are Summer, as she builds a genuine friendship with August, overcoming what he looks like. Miranda also illustrates an understanding towards August by treating him as her own brother. And by the end of the novel, Jack also proves his empathy for August through his actions. So you can see our 3 main characters, Summer, Miranda, and Jack, are being used, and they will form our 1, 2, 3 body paragraphs. And here's a sample introduction that challenges a little further, and you can see we've started with a quote here. You can't blend in when you were born to stand out. Again, we've got the title of the author and the novel, a little bit of an overview, our contention, and our 3 body paragraphs, our 3 main points which will form our body paragraph. So this is a little slight step up from the previous introduction. Then we have our body paragraphs which will follow this structure. Topic, sentence, evidence, explanation, link. Now, they can be done in any order as long as it makes sense. Well, these two anyway, the evidence and explanation. Our topic sentence really must be the signpost that points exactly which way this paragraph is going to go. So your reader should be able to read your topic sentence and know that you're going which direction you're going and what the paragraph's going to be about. Finally, we have our linking sentence, which we really want you to use this time. And you write a linking sentence, that links back to your contention. And your contention was in your introduction. And here's the body paragraph. Our topic sentence, followed by our evidence and explanation, and then linking sentence. And look at the linking sentence here. Summer's empathy is demonstrated through the mature friendship she shares with August. So we're linking back to our contention, saying that yes, she does display empathy. This character does. And this is a slightly more advanced. Note the way that the quotes here are embedded in the sentence. There are several quotes here, and they're not just separate to the sentence. In part 3 of the novel, written from Summer's perspective, she explains that she did this because she felt sorry for him, but was in disbelief about how weird kids can be. Notice these are quotes from the novel. And then we have our conclusion, where we restate our contention, summarise our 3 main arguments, and make a final statement. And this one here, I try to get you to remember that you need to leave a lasting impression on your reader. And here's our conclusion. Our contention, our 3 main arguments, and each of these characters developed true friendship with August, which allowed them to support him. That's your lasting statement. That's your lasting effect on your reader. So hopefully this has all made sense to you, and it will help you as you construct your next essay.